everybody, and welcome back to the Sorcerer Weekly Podcast. I'm here with our host, except for Dav, who normally does the intro because Dav is away doing something else.
He's being Bob the Builder with his store. He's gonna.
I'm telling you,
do
I've
it.
replaced him. I don't think I've ever done a podcast with him.
You're not missing much besides his fixation on
Ooh.
PC.
Okay. Yeah, it's going to be like a relatively straightforward and short podcast. We're just going to kind of catch up on the content we missed from Fairy Tail Need Zero. You guys want to start with anyone in particular?
Yeah, Air. I'm just kidding.
Mhm.
Air to the
I love Eden Zero.
You love it so much you wouldn't leave our server, right?
Yeah. Leaves right now.
Proceeds. Yeah, makes sense. I guess we could kind of talk. Air, do you care about spoilers by chance?
I'll just deafen mute for a bit.
Nah, that's fair. We'll talk about Fairy Tail first. That way, King could be involved. And I could have like 3 people talking. So Marissa, you're the quietest. What do you think of the last 2 chapters? What did 119 and 120, correct?
I think so.
120 and 121. Talked about 119.
Oh. Wait.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. Like, I didn't like the chapters.
I will add, first thing, like I find it very weird that the first Wizard Guild only started existing 100 years ago. That's sus.
Exactly.
Doesn't that kind of retcon what we know about?
Didn't like Lucy's her ancestor? Like, wasn't she still had magic like 400 years ago? I'm pretty sure
Magic's
there's
the
a
thing.
guild.
Like, why the hell did it take so long for people to like form associations related to magic?
Yeah.
I don't think that's true though, because we know that the Fairy Tale Guild was formed in what like 300 whatever the fuck,
No, it was
400,
only 100, Spidey.
bro.
Was it?
Yes.
Wait, yeah. Because there's only been 3 guild masters. Or 4. I don't know.
Well, it doesn't help that Makarov keeps coming fucking back, bro.
That is true. Yes.
I don't know, man. So yeah. Anyway, Marissa, continue. Sorry.
So is Celine gonna be living as a human now, or is she just like not dead anymore? Like, I don't understand what Irene did. Because she kept talking about Celine living as a human. So does that mean her dragon side's just gonna be gone now?
Good question. I think so. I believe you're correct in that regard. I think what Irene did was take away her dragon form and the fucking deathly blow she almost took.
Yeah, and then she got like reincarnated in Edelus.
But we'll talk about that too, because some people in the fandom are fucking pissed about that.
It's fucking hilarious.
I'll be honest, I didn't give a shit, and I just looked up the timeline. So, the first guild, Magia Dragon, was founded about 40 years before Fairy Tail, but both in the X600s.
Oh, okay.
But I still find that like very sus, considering that like the dragons existed in the like X300s and probably before that by a long measure.
Yeah. I don't trust what's his name, Dogmarat?
Doggermag?
Yeah.
The Earth Dragon?
No, the old geezer.
Oh, Elfsteria.
Elfsteria, yeah, there you go.
Okay, what do you distrust about him? Because like I think there's more to him, obviously, than it meets the eye. But I want to know your particular take on the matter.
I just don't think he's telling us the full story, and I feel like he's withholding information that he sees fit. Which I don't know. I can't read if he's a good guy or a bad guy based on that, but You know, I don't know if I'm making sense.
Yeah, I get it. I like. There's so much he hasn't told the group, and then like he'll all of a sudden be like, "Oh, by the way, there's this
Yeah,
stuff
like,
too."
yeah, this is a thing. It's like, oh yeah, could have told us that you fucking lost your heart, and it's a giant fucking the middle of nowhere in a temple and a labyrinth. But sure, why not? That's I don't know. What about you, King? What about him? Is there is more than meets the eye? Transformers?
Something to that effect. But well, first of all, yeah, I mean, clearly, I'm sure he does have some type of transformation beyond the dragon that he showed earlier. Side note, this I got like from this bakery like one large chocolate chip cookie with like it's like a big thing that crumbles apart and apple cookie. Like holy shit, these are excellent. It's
They
tangent,
give us
sorry.
some.
Another day.
They give them to us.
Huh. I don't want to hurt Spidey's heart anymore. Regardless, I think that regarding Elsaria, yes, there's more to him than he's necessarily let on. I'm not gonna say he's like necessarily a bad guy because I feel like at this point, just to say he's the bad guy, that would feel a little bit weak story wise. But there's more than meets the eye. The whole like I can grant your wish thing, like okay, there's something suspicious about that, which to me actually makes me think he has like some kind of power source that we'll find out about later, and I want to know what that is.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, he's basically Mother from Eden Zero at this point.
Wait, you're right, bro.
I don't know the reference beyond like what I know from like the first like 10 chapters and stuff, so I'll take your word on that.
Basically,
Like-
Mother is his deity.
No, I know what she is. I just don't know like the later content.
There is no
it's
later
like
content.
if
It's
you
just she grants
find
a
her,
wish.
she can grant you a wish.
Whereas this
Interesting.
one, it's just like you do this mission for me, and I'll grant you a wish. It's like a little sus. Yeah, I know what I'm saying. Speaking of sus, Among Us has the hide and seek game mode. Pretty cool. Anyway, back to Fairy
Nice.
Tail.
Yeah, I agree. But yeah, so just talking more about like chapter 120 going on about the history regarding the Earth, all the dragons, 100-year quest history, blah blah blah. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I didn't really mind that honestly. Like most of that was literally just a recap of stuff we already know, so nothing really happened there. And yeah, Irene did the whole thing with the baby reincarnation stuff. I don't necessarily know why. Maybe this is just like a Jerza thing, but like, man, some people in the fandom are fucking pissed about that. Like, I saw like I think Urza was actually trending on Twitter like the day of the chapter's release. People were like mad that that Irene was reincarnated as like the otherworld daughter of Mystigan and a Nightwalker. Well, and I have another point to add about that, but like fucking nice coincidence that she ends up being named Irene again because that makes perfect fucking sense.
Yeah, because wouldn't
they wouldn't know, right?
Mother be the same?
Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Wouldn't like Nightwalker's mom still be Irene? Technically,
No, it's not a
not a
1-on-1.
guarantee.
It's not a 1-on-1 parallel
well,
thing, Bob.
Right, because like there's no Faust in the real world who'd be like Jalal's dad, right?
Yeah, because technically, like Faust was Makarov, but not really.
And I think that was an anime only thing.
No. I'm saying like you could see Faust as Makarov because they're in charge of the quote unquote guild or whatever.
I mean,
It's
not literally, but like what I mean is like there was actually a comparison between the two in the anime, but it didn't exist in the manga.
Oh, well, fair enough.
Either way, but like, you're right. It's not like an exact 1-to-1. Okay, but here's my biggest thing. We saw like Nightwalker like in the previous chapter, like not the previous chapter, but like a while ago when they were in Edelus. And in the timeline of the series, that couldn't have been more than like a couple of weeks ago. How did she already have a baby?
yeah,
He stuck her dick in her.
Excuse me, Spidey.
yeah.
Let's be marginal. Let's have a little bit of decency here.
PG-13 wise.
No, but
Look,
like no,
he
but
saw her. He saw her in the maid outfit. There was his kink, and then they made a baby.
and so they were just
Plus,
so in love that it happened in just a period of 6 weeks instead of the standard 9 months.
well, we don't know how much time has passed.
That's my point. Like, there's no way it's been 9 months since that chapter.
But you don't. You can't know that for sure. Is
I
what I'm
know you
saying.
can't know that for sure, but there's no indication that it's been that freaking long. Like,
There's no indication that there hasn't.
That's
What
been
not
that
how
if
long.
evidence
Irene got
works.
like? What
Plus,
if
we
Irene got
also
sent
don't
into
know
the
if
future?
time. We don't know if time works the same in Netherlands as it does in Earthland. There's
I know
various
well,
factors
we know
we
that
don't
the
know.
exceeds perceive time differently, but there's nothing to suggest that it isn't like a 1 day to 1 day comparison.
Didn't they? Wasn't it like a different time because they didn't get sent like 7 years into the future?
Well, that's because Fairy Tale got fairy speared for that 7 year
Yeah.
period. That's why like the Analyst people aged, but Fairy Tale's core group didn't. That's what that was referring to. But like the rest of the world moved on in both cases. So like I do
Yeah.
think it's supposed to be a 1-to-1. My point is like clearly this is just like a huge ass pull because like if Mishima were planning this or well Ueda or whoever, like they could have just like made Nightwalker pregnant like visibly when they all met her.
I'm just saying we don't know how time works. We don't know how much time has passed. We don't even know if Nightwalker was pregnant the same day Irene sacrificed herself, or
Are
if
you
it was
suggesting
delayed
that
to the
this
future.
birth scene takes place into the future?
I'm saying it's a possibility. I'm saying we don't know for sure that it doesn't. It's not like
I mean,
Mashima hasn't done this type of shit before.
yeah, but like at the same time, like I feel like this is just like a case of like how trying to have your cake and eat it too. Like you didn't really bake the cake, so I don't feel like you should be allowed to have any.
I'm just saying there's a lot of factors that we don't know
Eh.
that make it difficult to tell when that happened.
Well, I mean, I feel like that's also
'Cause-
just like a fault of the writer in that case.
I mean, Mashima has admitted that he's not the greatest writer.
True. Not that he had to.
He knows his limitations. I personally believe that this scene takes place sometime in the future. And Mashima just added it because he's trying to be shippy for the fans. If that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I think that's exactly what it is. I just feel like I would enjoy it more if he had better set it up.
Oh, so you're a Jersey shipper, eh? Interesting.
Well, I won't say no, but I won't say yes. But it's a general story matter as well, because like it could have been any character, and I'd feel the same. But I think that the Jersey fandom is obviously why the thing trended, and everybody, well, that I saw at the time was upset.
Do you think
Yeah.
Wendy was awake throughout the whole, or like was listening to their conversation?
I think Wendy was asleep because we see her sleeping and then like.
Yeah, but do you think she was still listening?
I think she
Maybe
like
subconsciously.
yeah, I think it's like one of those things where it's like I was asleep, but like I vaguely know everything that happened, like Goku in Dragon Ball Z that one time when he got the heart virus. Same kind of thing here.
Yeah. Because she started crying at the end, so.
I think it's like the emotional connection, you know, that
Mm.
caused the crying, but like I think she'll be aware, roughly speaking.
It was a nice way to like have Irene no longer be with Wendy though. The execution itself, like we said, could have been better, but now we can't really be like, oh well, Wendy's so overpowered. What's the point? So it's gonna be cool. Cool.
Do you
Anything
think
else?
Irene will remember anything?
It'd be
As
funny
a
if
baby?
It would be really
I hope
funny.
was she gonna be like Anos from Misfit King, the Devil King from Misfit Academy or some shit? Where she's gonna start talking as a baby.
Yes.
My name is Irene.
My daughter is now my mother.
That'd be fucking great.
All right, anything else to say?
I don't think there's much more. Well, besides Celine, what do we think? Because Irene did allude to the fact that she's gonna play an important role going forward, or not going forward, but like in the future. What do we think that is? Do we think that's against Ignia, or do we think that's against Viernes? What do we think?
I feel like it was the future after they defeated the dragons. Like that's how I conceived it.
Mm. What about you,
But she
King?
said future, and like that seems so far away.
Yeah, I thought when she meant future, it was like the future fights to come.
Hmm.
King, are you there? You dead? You're alive?
Just eating the cookies.
Eating his cookie. What do you think?
When they said future, I was interpreting it as like the next arc, basically. Whether that's Ignia or Viernes, I don't really know. But considering that like she already got her ass kicked by Ignia, I don't know what she would necessarily do against him next time.
She'd be a sacrificial pawn.
Yes.
I mean,
She can be the
probably, but like,
distraction.
what would be like? I don't know. Yeah, maybe. I'll be honest, I don't really care about her anywhere. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't either.
Her arc was too long. I'm pretty sure we could agree with that.
No, yeah, I'm just so tired of it.
Yeah, I literally don't care anymore.
I think that's my biggest gripe with this arc is that it was almost it felt almost as long as the Tartaros. No, I lied. As the Grand Magic Games arc.
I just got tired of reading. Like these 2 chapters, there's so much, like so many words. And then I had to read Eden Zero, and there's just more words.
This is true. It's just interesting, you know?
Alright, should we shift gears?
We could. There's nothing really more to talk about. So, I mean, we could predict or speculate what's going to happen next. Do we think we're going to start off right away with a new story arc, or you think we're going to be like have some slice of life chapters?
I think
we're
we've had
gonna have
enough.
some
I think we've had enough
life.
slice of life, though. Honestly,
Yeah, but I think there's gonna be more.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, King, that we have had slice of life recently, but I think it's within the arc slice of life. I think we're just gonna have like I feel like there's gonna be like some non-arc just slice of life.
How much time has passed since the battle?
Too damn long. No, not enough time. I bet. Not enough time.
I think Wendy's gonna tell Erza about Irene.
Well, wasn't Urza also crying?
No, he was just asleep, and Irene was like, "Live strong, for me, my child," and then she
You
left.
said. Yeah. I also saw that more people, but a lot of people were more mad that Irene was more of a mother to Wendy than she was to Urza.
Well, I think Wendy needed it more.
This is true.
Chapter ratings?
Yep. That's about it. There's not much more to talk about.
I got nothing.
Yeah, no. But yeah, we already talked about. Wait, before we cap off, do you think Ignia is next, or you think Viernes is next, or Evseria?
I think it's fairness.
I don't know because like that would make more sense to save Ignia for the climactic finale, but at the same time, like they already know where he's heading, roughly speak. roughly. So it might be more imperative that they chase him. So I don't know.
What if it's both at the same time?
No, because they wouldn't want to split it up. And we just had two dragons at the same time, kind of. I don't think we would want that again.
Yeah, but wasn't he saying that he was gonna team up with Bjornus?
I don't think he said that. I thought Virnus was one of the
Oh.
dragons who was against him.
Oh,
I mean, I could have I read that. I don't actually remember what exactly it said.
I mean, yeah, it was like a month or two ago. I don't know.
Longer than that, honestly, I'm sure.
Oh, my conception of time is off.
Spidey's getting his charger.
Hmm.
He is getting his charger.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm back. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
So I think we pretty much wrapped up Fairy Tale, right?
Yeah.
We're talking about Bjornus right now.
Was he
Hmm.
an ally of Ignia or against? Because my recollection says that he was against.
I don't remember, if I'm being honest. We've only talked about him like once or twice in the actual series.
Yeah, I do remember him being like brought up at some point. I'm just like cycling through chapters, see if I can find that. But yeah.
I'm guessing against because all the dragon gods really weren't friends with each
Yeah.
other. They were just like,
That's
Yeah,
my
but Doggermat,
that's my
or
thought too. But like,
but, he,
Earth Dragon.
but the Drog, whatever the fuck, he wasn't considered a dragon god.
Was
he
it?
was.
What? Yeah, why wouldn't he?
Yeah, it used to be 6, then it became 5.
Bro, I'm sorry, it's my bad. It'll be interesting to see. Because I don't know if I want teaming up with villains again.
That's what I said too. Yeah.
Yeah, no. It would just be
How did they even beat the Earth Dragon?
remember Gajia went king size, Natsu went inside the soul, and then Brandish was just eating ice cream or whatever.
Yeah.
Not the Earth Dragon. The Rock Dragon. What
Wood
is he
dragon?
Oh,
called?
Natsu
No,
used
are you
sword.
talking about the wood dragon or the rock dragon, the earth dragon?
A Rock Dragon. I thought he was called the Earth
Oh,
Dragon.
he is, but he looks more like a rock dragon. But regardless, yes, Natsu beat him because they broke all the special orbs, and he was able to take damage, and Natsu overpowered him.
Oh, yeah.
I hope
Oh,
the next
okay.
arc is
So I just
Yes.
found something. So it does say Elfsaria's heart was something that remembers where every weapon by man was created, and that Selene wanted to use it to kill both Ignia and Virinus, but his only ally himself was Doggermag.
Hmm.
Like she was against both of them, and so was he. So it was like well, we don't know where Virinus was, but yeah.
Are we was Dogramag actually considered a dragon
Yeah,
god?
because
I don't
they
Yeah.
when they were flying to the labyrinth, Elfsiri said there used to be 6, then it became 5.
Because I thought he was referring to himself as a
No, he
6.
wasn't.
No. He is weak.
He's not weak. He did kill Uranus, Dogramag, but no, Dogramag was still the 6th. And in chapter 120, he says it did start as 6.
Mm. Okay. I gotta do better reading. Cool. All right. What would you guys give these 2 chapters?
Like a
Yeah,
6.
collective 6.
I'd give it a 7. I actually like the character. I mean, the info dump we're getting.
That's cool.
It's kind of building the world a little bit. So yeah. But other than that, not much to talk about.
Eden 0 time.
Eden 0.
I haven't finished reading the chapter, so I'm gonna do that
What
real quick.
chapters are we gonna cover for Eden 0?
Like 18, 19, 20, I think.
All right, cool. Let me pull that up real quick. Wait, why 20? I thought we were in 19.
We are indeed at 19. So 18, 19.
Okay. I guess I'll start.
Alright.
I can't remember 18, but I'll talk about 19. I find it interesting that Universe 0 is considered the final world.
Yeah, because it is 0. So
I
wait,
would have thought it would be the first world because they refer to it as the first world or the original world.
yeah.
I feel like this revelation makes it seem like this series isn't gonna last more than 300 chapters.
I think it won't. I mean, he said we're already halfway through, right?
He said we're more than halfway through, I think,
Yeah.
which is it just blows my mind because there's been, and I guess this isn't really talking about the chapter, but there's been times where it was incredible, and there's been times where it's like, yeah, it's kind of dragging
Yeah.
on, but it's just fascinating to me. That it's not gonna last. And then another thing we learned is the revelation that Mother is dying. Right?
I don't understand how she knows that. She's like, oh, we put all of her faith into Mother. That's how we know. Just like, yeah, but that doesn't mean you're connected to her, right?
It doesn't. And we still don't know Shiki's connection to Mother.
Yeah.
Because remember, Zhao Mei was like, Shiki is Mother's, and then it just stops completely. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, motherfucker, you could have told us. I also don't like how she said, come and see me when you get to Universe 0. I can show you the way to Mother. I don't know where she is, but I can still guide you. It's like, bitch, what the fuck? No more. What you got? Telepathy? You're
Yeah,
telepathic now,
like
or what the
what?
fuck? Like, and Kiro completely undid. Remember back in the like the chapters in the hundreds where they were collecting those relics of Mother?
Yeah. I don't what happened to those?
That's what I'm asking. I'm confused. Like unless Rebecca's mom is like, yeah, you know, I'm gonna use those relics to find Mother and isolate her.
We didn't find all of them though.
Yeah, we
Did we?
didn't, which is confusing me because we get to Foresta and then we just completely forget about that.
Yeah, because then we shifted to Ziggy.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess that's my issue with this. See, the Foresta arc and what happened afterward is we kind of Majima kind of said fuck everything when it came to the relics, finding them, figuring out what the fuck to do. And then he's just like, we're gonna go focus on Ziggy, who's really cheeky, which is something I didn't like at all. It was just, I don't know, it seemed like he was rushing, but at the same time, it doesn't seem like he was rushing because he is taking his time, but at the same time, it doesn't feel like he's taking his time. It's just confusing.
Yeah, like this chapter, like 19, it feels like he just dumped like a bunch of information.
Yeah.
And also, like, she just said that Rebecca and her will lose their power to travel through time if they go there. Or when they go there.
Which it's just fucking confusing, isn't it?
Yeah. But doesn't that mean, like, the future already said that humans will no longer be around, right?
Well, one of the futures was that humans cease to exist.
Yeah, but that's
That's
in
where
Universe
Ziggy's.
Zero, right?
What happened?
That's in Universe Zero, isn't it?
No, that's in another universe.
Oh,
That's where Ziggy's from. The universe where Ziggy's from, where it's like, yeah, we cease to exist. Humans cease to exist. I don't know. It's Majima had some really cool ideas, but I feel like he didn't either flesh them out or he just skipped through them.
yeah.
It's a shame. What did you think of the chapter?
A lot of reading. I don't.
You're not good with reading.
Probably like a 6 or 7 again.
What did you think of Rebecca actually reuniting with her family, contrary to what everything Mashima does? Usually
I don't.
families aren't reunited.
I just didn't like the way he did it. Like, she's turning back. I'm gonna go get dressed. Then she runs back. Like, I hate that. I hate those, like, cliches.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
Stand your ground. And, like,
This
she seemed
entire
mad at her parents, but now she's okay.
it's just Mashima's got to do a master class in wrapping this bullshit up because some of this shit doesn't go. Like, how does
Maybe,
like I'm going back to the relics, but really the relics were an important fucking part of the stupid thing because they focused so much on it. And even
maybe
Rebecca
it's
had
gonna
her.
be talked about in the next chapter.
I hope so because remember Rebecca even had her YouTube page talk about how her
Oh yeah,
relics.
what happened with her YouTube page? Like, she doesn't do anything anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird. Um, it's just I feel like Mashima has a bunch of ideas and he's not fleshing them out completely, which is the opposite of what he used to do in early on in Eden Zero, where he fleshed everything out. But right now, it seems like he's not really fleshing his stuff out.
Like, if they go to Universe Zero, would they meet, like, themselves again? But, like, the Universe Zero of themselves? You know what I
Well,
mean?
I get what you're saying, and I want to comment, but I read the spoilers, so I don't know.
Come on, man.
I don't know what to say, bro. I can say that, you know,
Yeah.
I'll tell you after. I'll tell you after.
Okay.
But yeah, it's something.
Yeah. Is this gonna be like at a loss?
Well, remember what I said before the podcast.
I
The
don't.
word the word I used.
I don't.
Fair enough. Sounds like a person problem. But yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen. Um, kind of last. I gained a little bit of interest based on this chapter and just the spoilers and some of the previous chapter. But I just think Mashima needs to like go back to focusing on what he's working on. I feel like she's doing too much and not fleshing out too much.
I feel like Like what am I trying to say? Like Shiki isn't doing much right now, which is weird to me.
Well, he doesn't do much at all if you think about it.
No, I mean like right now, like usually he's the main focus, but like he hasn't been.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. I think this goes back to Mashima knows his limitations as a writer, and he's trying to achieve some grandiose spectacle, and
Hmm.
it's not working out. Oh, it's not. He's not hitting on all the right cylinders. I mean, he's hitting, and it's somewhat successful at times, but not entirely. You
Was
get
the
me?
Eden's one ever like fully explained?
It was explained with the other robots, which when Ziggy was fighting Shiki, how it's basically the origin universe where all the other universe came from.
That's
There was a lot of
Universe
empty stuff to
Zero,
it. Yeah,
right?
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about Eden's one.
Oh yeah, no,
Great.
I don't remember. I thought you were talking about Eden Zero. I was like, yeah, no.
Well,
But yeah,
maybe he'll clear it up in the next couple chapters.
let's hope so, guys. It's a lot going on that I don't like, bro. But yeah, you said you'd give it a 6. I'd give it a 7 or an 8. I like the possibilities here. I like how Mashima didn't kill a family for the first time. Besides
Oh, true.
Alza and Biska. Other than that, none of the parents really survive.
Yeah.
So, you know what? I'm giving it a bonus point for that just because. And that's about it. Yeah, we could ping the guys.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh shit, I went to the wrong channel.
Good job.
GG, I'm proud of myself.
How's Pokemon going?
I finally finished the Pokédex for Pokemon Scarlet. Proud of myself.
Oh, I thought you got Violet.
I do have both because Costco sold it for $100.
Damn.
Yeah. So now I gotta play through it all over again on Violetta
Hmm.
before the Charizard read happens again, so I could just get away in both games.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
sir. So we finished talking about Eden Zero and Fairy Tale.
Okay, I was about to say, wait, only Eden Zero?
You're like, you son of a bitch, you set me up. King's still devouring his something
Cookies.
donut or cookie or whatever.
Hmm.
Oh, I want cookies now. But I made cookies last night.
I had Taco Bell last night. It was great.
Of
Taco
course you
Bell.
did.
Yes.
Taco Bell, nice. Sometimes Taco Bell gives you the shits though.
I'm a vegetarian. There's nothing in the vegetarian menu that can give you the shits.
Coward. Oh, wait, do I play you in fantasy this week? Who am I playing?
Shit, do we? Oh, wait, I haven't checked my team this week.
You should have, because the games already started.
Oh, wait, no, I did earlier this week. Yeah, no, I'm
Oh,
sure.
you're on a bye week.
No, bye was last week. I'm against Haley. Also, wait, did he not check his team? Because this projected is shit right now.
No, Taylor gave up.
Oh, okay. Free win then.
Yeah, he's over it. He's got the worst record in the league, bro.
Oh, sweet, no one's questionable. Like, 4 of them were questionable at the start of the week. I was like, Oh shit! Jets defense and standard team already at 11 points.
The Jets are a solid team, bro.
Yeah.
Defense and special teams. I guess King's gonna not be here.
Yeah.
So whatever. We could just wrap it up.
Mhm.
Or is there anything you want to talk about? Game awards or anything?
Oh, the Game Awards. Actually, this year I thought the Game Awards were like better. Before I just kind of watch out of obligation because it's there and for like because I can watch with friends. But it's like always a snooze fest because the pacing is just so garbage. And it was still I'm pretty sure like about the same length this year, but like it felt more entertaining to watch and a little bit more streamlined, which is I think what they were going for. And having Steam Decks on the line was also nice. I've noticed that like the peak was like 480,000 people watching at some point, but then the Steam stream started like crashing for me, so I just switched to Twitch, but also had the Steam one going in the background. I saw that dip to like 80,000 at one point, and then start climbing back up as they were finally around to announcing the final game of the year.
Yeah.
Wait, were they giving out Steam Decks?
Every minute, if you had to
Damn.
purchase between November of last year to November of this year,
Yeah.
you were entered for a chance to win a Steam Deck.
If you registered and were watching on their client or website.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was also like over 100,000 people watching, which is more than usual, I think. So your odds are kind of just shit.
I know one of my friends
no,
was
because if
watching.
it's
I
every
didn't watch
minute, it's
it.
3 hours. It's what 180. There's
Yeah, but when there was 408,000 people watching at one point and an average of at least like 150 to 200,000, it's like your odds are like way less than 1%.
All I'm saying is, so you're saying there's a chance.
I was laughing when that one MILF Hunter one. My friend was like, "Yo, these guys can't be real. They're like bots or like Steam planted people, and this is just like staged." I'm like, "Bro, there's no way Steam would name their people MILF Hunter."
There is zero chance in hell.
There was like someone who named themselves after like My Little Pony, like Marissa over here, and I was
Hey,
like, "Bro,
yo.
there's no way."
Named himself
I
after
was
My
like, "Bro,
Little
there's
Pony.
no way." Yeah.
Happened.
Hey, yo.
Nice.
I missed
It was like Rainbow Dash Lover 69 or something.
69.
Nah, that's just my default number. It was a number, but I don't think it was that one.
It was
1, 2, 3.
0420 1840. Yes, sir.
Good shit.
But yeah, I thought the Game Awards went about as I expected. I'm sad Xenoblade didn't win anything, but I knew it wouldn't. Honestly though, when they were playing like the orchestra also went hard, but they were playing all the different soundtracks for all the different games. Like when they were building up to like the final game, where I was like, "Dang, Xenoblade's the only one I could actually tell apart and felt like a little more unique than the others." But I guess it's just because the songs they picked. But when they played that one like vocal song for the God of War in the middle, that one was solid. So that one definitely deserved OST if Xenoblade didn't win.
I'll give Jeff Keighley this. It's improved over the years.
Yeah.
Right. Back in the day, it was like fucking forcing the Mountain Dew Doritos promo down your throats.
Yeah, back in the day, I only watched some like, yo, there could be a Smash announcement, and then yeah, there was that one time Persona, and then the year after I think there still was something, and then I think Sword was announced at like a Game Award like a year or two ago, so I was like, all right, it's finally worth it at the very end, but like, other than that, it's like, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's I'll give it's improved. I'm disappointed that God of War Ragnarok didn't win.
I honestly, that's about the way I expected it to go, because like Elden Ring just had such a huge impact at the start of the year and was more accessible to more platforms. Obviously, that should be a factor, but I think God of War Ragnarok is a solid game, and definitely I think that the first runner-up for that award. But like Elden Ring, I don't personally like it, but I respect what it is and what it stands for. So I'm happy with the result.
I'll give you that it's more accessible because it's not an exclusive.
Yeah.
I just thought the score,
Mhm.
the visuals, the combat, everything about God of War was.
That's why God of War sweep like basically every other award, you know?
This is what I'm saying. Like, what's the point of it sweeping everything against Elden Ring, and then not beating Elden Ring in Game of the Year?
Personally, I'm a fan of games not sweeping every award, because like even last year there was some game sweeping everything, and then It Takes Two won Game of the Year, and I was like, all right, you know what, I can respect that. Similar here, it's like Elden Ring didn't necessarily beat it in the story and music regard, but it had good direction in terms of like gameplay and stuff. So I like that it still won a couple awards there, and then Game of the Year because it just like had that big of an impact. And God of War Ragnarok, it was like cinematic masterpiece of the game, so it still won plenty of awards. Basically, swept everything except Game of the Year. So
Yeah, this is true. Yeah, and yeah. Because for me, it was like, okay, you're getting the best soundtrack, you're getting the best story, you're getting the best everything. Okay, all those basically are Game of the Year aspects.
And then indie games, I was like, oh shit, Stray's there, and that's the only notable indie game I've seen this year. I'm like, yeah, it's just gonna sweep everything, and I did.
Stray is pretty solid.
Yeah. And then mobile game, I'm not mad about Genshin losing. I'm just like, what the fuck is Marvel Snap?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, how?
Like, I don't mind that Genshin lost. I'm just like, what is Marvel Snap? I have not
Marvel's-
heard
keep
a
getting
single
ads about
person
it,
talk
and it
about
looks
basically
bad.
a card game that
Mm.
is a simplified card game with Marvel characters.
Oh, well, Genshin is a card game, so now we'll just win next year then.
Yeah, I mean,
Best TCG.
it's Marvel though, bro. Marvel's bigger than Genshin.
It is, but like as much as I hate Contest of Champions despite being a slave to it for like 5 years, I would have rather that been nominated to win over like Marvel Snap because I know people at least play Contest of Champions.
The thing is, Marvel Snap barely came out this year, I think, and it's already like doing numbers.
It
I
is?
feel like it's gonna be dead by the end of the year.
Yeah,
by next
that's
year.
my thing.
You say that,
Mm.
but it's Marvel. You know
Yeah.
how they're gonna do their movie
Contest of
tie-ins.
Champions is still probably going to be the best Marvel mobile game in my opinion in terms of like grossing, not like gameplay. Because man, I hate how that game is like balanced and everything. It's like shit.
Yeah, no, you're still a slave to it. I know. You still log in.
No, I don't. No, I stopped. Med school was starting
Very
up. I was like,
proud.
yo, fuck this. I'm out. Also, I got kicked out of my alliance, but I was also like dragging my feet for like 2 years straight, just waiting to get kicked out so I could have an excuse to quit.
You're like, it was all part of the plan.
I was like, bro, how the fuck did it take them this long to kick me out of the alliance? I wanted to quit like 2 years ago. I kept burning out and then slowly getting more motivation to play again, and then hitting more walls because they just like. There's so much skill required to beat the hardest content in this shit game, and I'm like, how the fuck do people have the thumbs and patience for this? Like, and then the thing is, the audience for this game, I'm seeing like 40, 50-year-olds playing this game actively, and I'm like, what the fuck, man? These guys have kids as old as me.
Well, the thing is, you could use those controllers now on your phones.
Nah, that game doesn't work with them. It's still all just like tap swipe, but like, goddamn.
Bruh.
Oh, never mind then. Because I know Call of Duty Mobile used to be all tap and all that shit. Then
Nah, everyone's muscle memory is built around tap swipe, so even if controller did came out, no one would switch.
Yeah, that's me with Genshin now. I tried playing with a controller, but like, not
See,
good.
the thing is, Marvel's Contest of Champions, in order to beat the hardest content, it is actually way more mechanically intensive than Genshin ever will be. Which is funny to say, but true. It has a less complex combat system, but it has like way more counter picking, and then just knowing how the other character works. Because they're now like over 150, 200 characters, and the past 2 years, they just keep making more complex characters with bullshit mechanics.
No.
And, like, there are characters with abilities that reverse your controls. And the entire game is
What?
like versus AI. So when you use this ability, it'll never be useful to you because the AI won't do shit when its controls are reversed.
There's just venting at this point. So,
Yeah, no, this is like 5 years of my life gone.
And for what?
What did you
Nothing.
think? What did you think of the reveals that happened during the Game Awards?
I forgot half the reels, honestly, but they were pretty hype when I was watching them.
What got revealed?
I feel like there was as many reveals as there could have been.
There was more than before, and it was more interesting than before, but like... Oh, the new Final Fantasy trailer. I'm always down for that. What else?
Oh yeah, it's okay if Sony has those exclusives, but if Microsoft has them, that's
It's okay because I own a PS5. Microsoft will bring it to PC, and I own that too, so it's fine. Just do whatever.
No, you can't, bro. You can't. Sony doesn't let you. Sony's
No, at
going
this
on a
point-
rampage, basically saying Nintendo's not a real console, and And what else?
At this point, I
Microsoft.
want the exclusives. I want a reason for the $500 I spent on that PS5 to be worthwhile. Now that I actually have a killer PC too to go along with it, it's like,
Yeah, you got like, what's the point in you having a PS5 and your PC?
yeah, I still those exclusive, but they've started coming to PC now. But like stuff like Spider-Man 2, God of War Ragnarok, and Final Fantasy 16, they're all gonna be PS5 exclusive for at least like 1, maybe 2 to 3 years. And then Persona 5 was exclusive for like 5, so it's like I wanted to play that
Persona
game ever
5
since
was
high
exclusive
school.
for 5 years,
Yeah,
and then they're like, "Oh, you still gotta pay $70 now for the upgrade." And Microsoft's like, "You know what?"
60, but still bullshit.
Microsoft's like, "Yeah, it's on Game Pass. Just pay the
Yeah,
$50."
yeah. Most people still end up buying it though, to my experience, even on PC.
Yeah, sounds about right. Yeah, Game Awards. I saw a lot of people complaining that Bayonetta was winning. I'm just kidding. They're not.
Honestly, like that category that Bayonetta won was like kind of ass to begin with. So like I didn't want Bayonetta to win because I didn't really feel like it deserved that category, but like whatever. It's like I didn't see any big contenders in. Like what else is gonna win Best Action Adventure? COD. It's like
Hey, Call of Duty's story was on point, bro.
yeah. And how many awards did COD win this year?
Don't worry about it, but it was on point. I really enjoyed the story for Call of
Actually, the
Duty.
one I didn't like. Why did Gran Turismo win Best Sports Game this year? Like no one liked 7, from what I understand.
What were the other options? Because NBA 2K was trash.
F1 2022, I think, got some pretty good reviews and stuff. Like people like that game.
Fair enough. I don't play sports games that often.
I don't either, but like just seeing the game that I'm pretty sure like it's a Sony exclusive first of all, but also it's like no one likes
Well,
this
Jeff
game.
Keighley is a Sony fanboy, bro.
Yeah. Oh, I also found it funny when he called out the cheating and like the botting for the player's choice vote, player's voice vote. That like drama around that shit was so stupid. I'm pretty sure it's just like making a mountain out of a molehill. But I'm
He
glad
did.
the furries got fucked.
I don't even get it. Like, bro, Genshin is just
Oh, it was basically Sonic Frontiers was winning, and then Genshin fans came out in hordes, and then Sonic fans made this drama that were like, "You're being bribed by your company to vote," and then Sonic fans went out in mass, but also technically kind of botted, I think, and cheated the votes. And then Jeff Keighley during the announcement was like, "Yeah, so this is players' voice. I'm not gonna condone some of the cheating and botting that happened. So this is after we got rid of those cheated and botted votes. The winner is Genshin Impact." So then all the Sonic fans were in shambles at that point. I'm not gonna dog on it more, but like just dumb overall. I'm glad Genshin won though. They got free primos out of it.
of course. Hilarious. Yeah, okay, well that's about it then. There's not much more to talk about.
Yeah.
We talked about Game Awards, talked about Sony being stupid.
Oh yeah, Game Awards getting crashed. That was just like a what the fuck moment. Like how when we were watching that, me and my friends we were like, whose kid is this that just walked? Why is he like standing behind him, hiding? Like which he doesn't even look like he could be related to any of them. It's like whose actual child is this? And then he walks up and just spouts some bullshit about Bill Clinton, and then you see the security guard just walk up. You're like, what the fuck?
Just silence afterwards too.
Yeah, because no one knows what the fuck is going on. You see Jeff Keighley walk on stage, you see just like the panic in his face. He's like, yeah, that's our show. Goodbye. And then you see him
It
tweet
could
out,
have been worse. It could
the
have
man has
been
been arrested.
it could have been the Will Smith of it all, you know. At least
Honestly, it basically ended up being similar to that. Like, after the show ended, that was the thing that was trending, not the awards or anything.
fair enough. All right.
Yeah.
King, you could do your outro.
All right, everybody, thank you very much for taking the time out of your day to listen. We all really appreciate it. Subscribe to the Sorcerer Weekly YouTube channel if you haven't already. I don't think anyone else has anything to say. So until next time,
That's
everybody,
all for me.
have a great day.
See
Bye,
ya.
guys. Is Craig alive? Craig is alive.
Corrupted recording again.